Anyway, let's get to the shits. Latest episode of Being Black is Ghetto. I am your lovely host, Jay Evans. And to my left, I have...
Patty J.
All right, we got two special guests in the building, you know. My guy and his lovely gal dem, you know. We stand black love here, you know. Snaps and claps, you feel me? So I'm going to introduce none other than Daddfrom9, 910's very finest, 914's very finest, and Mocha. Say what's up, man.
Thank you.
Hey guys,
Thank you.
Welcome to the pod.
Doing?
thank you.
Thank you
Feel
for
me?
having us.
Got the geysers on, man.
We were just talking
on,
before the
man.
pod regarding narcissism because y'all keep coming at my co-host.
Bro.
And this word does get thrown around a whole lot.
Fucking TikTok and their goddamn buzzwords, that's why.
I think people are just getting more in tune with mental health and more curious about mental health.
Yeah.
And that's what makes people learn about these new words like narcissism, gaslighting, all these other words. It's just because everybody's interested in it.
Exactly, and to be the gaslighters calling niggas gaslighters.
Yeah.
Don't let that go over your head. But anyway, before we get to the shits, Patty, how's your week?
It was good.
All right. We need to expound on that answer one day, you know? I want to know exactly how your week went. Did you get
I'm
a flat
alive.
tire?
As long as I'm
did you
able
make it to work on time?
as long as my kids are okay and I'm breathing, I am okay. Because we just out here trying to survive.
I love that for you, friend. Anyway, Juan, how you living, boy?
I'm living great. Life is good, you know. Just taking it one day at a time, you know. Just living, really.
Type shit. Mocha, how you living over there, man?
Trying.
See, she on my time. We on the same energy. Trying to survive.
I'm merely existing.
Trying. It's hard.
Merely existing, you know?
And ever since y'all came with my co-host, we actually asked him how his week went now. How was your week?
It's absolutely terrible, all right? I've been getting killed every day, you know? But it's the internet, man. You can't beat the internet, you know? Like I said, it's either really extreme or really extreme. There's no in between. So.
And before we continue, I think also people got to understand we only have an hour literally to say what we want to say. So we don't get to expound on everything in that hour. So sometimes everything is like squished together, so y'all only get portions of the conversation. So yeah, give him some grace. Come on.
I mean, I'm gonna say this real quick because I want to address the lovely cancel culture, right? Now, I don't believe I'm canceled, but I will say this. I said it on the past episode, and I'm going to say it again. You are allowed to change, bro. If my favorite color is blue today, and next episode I want to say it's red, I'm allowed to change my favorite color. The problem with the internet is they expect you to go on a forgiveness tour every time you say something wrong. I can simply acknowledge my wrong and move past it. But it feels like y'all don't feel like there's enough. Like a sorry can't suffice for y'all. Like somebody has to do so much more to prove to y'all that they're a changed person. I said what I said.
And my co-host is better than me because I don't give a fuck. When y'all were coming at me for my opinion on if a friend should judge another friend, y'all always telling me I was wrong. And I stood 10 toes down on my opinion. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. It is what it is. I don't care.
I take accountability for the fact that I didn't articulate the point that I wanted to make as well as I could have. But I still stand on what I stand on too. High key, I don't believe in giving your children absolutely everything. I don't believe in also spoiling. I don't believe in fucking making my kids get out the gutter. That is the part I said in the comments. I'm gonna say it again. I obviously not gonna feed my kid ramen noodles and have him kneel in a corner and kneel in some rice on a corner. Like no one is doing that. I'm just saying that there's levels to it. For example, like I don't know how much money people plan on making in life. I use the example of buying your kid his first car. Are you the type of parent where because you have it, you're gonna buy your kid 2024 Audi? Or you're just going to get them a car that can get them to A and B, and if they want that BMW or Audi, you're going to show them that they're going to work hard to get the actual car that they want. That's all I'm trying to say. That's the type of parent I would like to be. If you want your first car, go get them the little Honda Civic. If you want to go get yourself a Benz or a Beamer, that's when you're going to work hard to value that, all right, I worked hard to get this car, but my parents didn't give it to me. But let the internet tell it. Like I said, I'm over here raising third world country kids, so... with no kids.
But also, I guess some people were looking at it as if a person wants to get their child a BMW, or why do we frown at that? I guess that's what it was too.
I don't frown on it personally. I just don't subscribe to that because I feel like you're creating entitled children. Now, if you don't see nothing wrong with that, and everyone has an opinion. You know, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. All right.
I feel like though it could be the same way. Like if you feel like your kid has to build the money for that car, then that's you. But if our kids, you know, do everything, for me, in my opinion, if my kids get the grades, if they do what they're supposed to do, the chores is done, they're respectful and all of that stuff, everything checks off the box, I don't have a problem getting my child that car.
Yeah,
for myself, you know what I mean?
But
it's the same thing.
They also were saying that women, we tend to do that, and men are more of the ones that are strict and actually set boundaries and teach their kids to work for something. We are the ones that if they do what they need to do, we just give it to them with no problem. So that's what I think the difference is too.
Sorry, not to cut you off. I kind of agree with Jay though, because I mean, I do agree with y'all. Like if the kid's doing what they have to do, and if you got the money for the Beam, if you got the money for the Mercedes, then go ahead. Why not? But at the same time, it's like, you don't know the value of that. The way I drove my first car, that 99 Accord, I was running that thing into sidewalks and potholes. And I'd be damned if my kid goes ahead and wrecks their bumper on a brand new BMW because he just wanted to race mad fast. So that's where I kind of like go into it about, I probably get him a little beater, teach them the value of that beater. They learn that on their own, and then they build up to get their own thing.
And also, too, when it comes to parenting, you said it on another podcast, shout out to Patty, there's no rule book to parenting. Now, I am not a parent yet, so all these views can very much change. That's why I said that before. This is 2024, Jay Evans saying, I am not a parent. I'm a 26-year-old. I am not a parent right now. This could very much change 3 years from now when I have my first daughter or son, and my whole views could change. And also, too, every child is different. So, yes, I ideally, in my brain, have a way I would like to raise my kid. But at the end of the day, when that kid comes eventually, if they're not kind of adhering to that, or it's not working raising them that way, I'm open to diversion. I'm not someone that's going to be strict on the plan. No, I want to raise my kid like this. And if this is the only way I'm going to raise them, if they don't do this, we're going to have a problem. No, if it's not working this way, I will quickly divert to the next best route. That is it.
And that's the best part of having a partner. Like you're
important,
not raising the child by yourself.
Yep.
That's why you have your partner to talk. And if y'all need to both come up with a plan together. It's not one-sided.
And even if you're not with your child's parent, you know what I mean. If you're not with them, then it's like you guys still have that somewhat type of rapport. So y'all can kind of, go off of each other's parenting styles.
That's true. Because even though my kid's father and I are not together, him and I definitely have to have conversations to figure out how we're going to redirect and come together and be on one accord raising our kids. And that's important.
Yeah.
Yes, exercise proper dick etiquette. You won't have these problems, gentlemen. All right. But anyway, let's get to the shits, guys. How did you guys meet?
You go.
I have a cousin, which was his best friend, but my cousin and I didn't get close until I was like 17, 16. So I have not, how long y'all been best friends for?
Ages.
Like second grade?
No, we knew each other since first grade.
So yeah, they knew each other longer than we actually was close. So it was just one day, me and my cousin was like, let's go to Playland. Like, let's just, have fun. I just graduated high school. I just had prom. No, I didn't graduate. I had prom. So everything was done. My hair was done. My nails was done. Everything was still done.
Talk about it.
So I'm like, okay, like I'm ready to be outside. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna meet you at your house. And he's like, well, I'm with my man. So he could drive us to Playland. And I'm like, okay, cool. But I live in Yonkers at the time. So he was like, take an Uber to Mount Vernon to his crib and we'll go from there. I'm like, all right. I'm not like, I didn't care. Like, I'm like, okay, fine. I'm not thinking, who this boy is or whatever. I didn't care. So I'm sitting there, I'm waiting. He pulls up. Green flag. Y'all should have a green flag. Green flag number one.
We're going to get some. We're definitely going to get some.
Right. Green flag number one, he got a car. Okay. That's a plus, right? So I get in the car. And, hey, how you doing? Again, I'm not really on him like that, you know what I'm saying? But he jacked that. It's not true. He was staring at me from the rear, bro. I'm in the back of the crib. I'm in the back of the car, and he's staring at me.
But I wasn't staring.
The whole car ride.
She's dragging it.
He was staring.
The whole car ride. Like, so, I peep it. So now I'm trying to be cute in the back of the car. I'm making my snaps. Like, I have snaps on my phone, too, still from that day.
The receipts for me.
I really hope I would have caught that part because there was times where I flipped the camera, and I hope there was times I gotta look if you was looking in that
I'm checking my rearview mirror like I'm supposed to do. I'm a driver.
If
you driving straight, what you looking in the back for?
Just making sure.
Making sure she was good.
Just checking.
And so we get to Playland, and you had work that day. And were you late to work that day?
Very.
Yeah. He made sure he was late to work because he got on the rides with us or whatever. But In Playland, he says I was flirting with him, right? Now let me tell you about my cousin. My cousin, you know, he was one of those back in the day where, oh, who's that? Who's your friend? Let me talk to your friend. Let me talk to your friend, right? So when I come around, it's you're not talking to my cousin not talking to nobody. Excuse me.
That's how they
don't
are
do that
with their female cousins. It's always like that.
I just told you I'm outside. I just got prom done. I'm about to graduate. You're not gonna do that. If you could talk to if you could talk to my friends, I could talk to yours. So that's how it was. You mean it was summertime was coming. I wanted a thing or whatever, and that's all it really was supposed to be, a summertime thing. And he say it was the same thing or whatever. So. So I'm like, you know, I think that's what pushed it, because I'm like, you're not finna tell me I can't talk to your friend, and I'm gonna talk to him and watch me talk to him. So that's how that got pushed, really. He says I was flirting a little bit in Playland.
She was flirting, and she was giving eyes, and she was making sure she did a little switch with her walk. And
You was maybe just paying attention.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
I was. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely was.
Exactly.
I definitely was.
But that was the first day we met.
Yeah.
We didn't actually start talking or hanging out after my graduation. Really, I think.
So did you get her number the Playland day?
No.
He didn't bag
Because
me.
the big thing was...
So you bagged him?
I bagged him.
I know that's right.
So I was being respectful because my man's has been my man's forever, right? So he's like, all right, you know, I'm going to go to Playland with my cousin. I'm going to see you later. I said, no, I could drop y'all off. You know, I'll go to work afterwards. It's not a problem. And he's like, you sure? I said, yeah, bro, no problem. And then he gives me a briefing about his cousin. Yo, you know, it's my little cousin. I don't want nobody talking to her. I don't bring her around because I was like, bro, you don't got to worry about me. I'm good. And then, you know, I pull up and I see this little brown thing. I was, you know, walking up to the car. And I'm like, this is your cousin? All right, bro. All right, I guess. And the whole time she's flirting throughout the day, and I'm still trying to ignore her because I'm like, nah, my man said no. He said no. Yeah, I can't do this. And yeah.
So what happened when you actually did start talking and stuff? How did your cousin feel?
At first, he was tight. At first, he was tight because he was like, nah, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to sit here and pick between y'all if y'all start arguing.
Which is understandable.
I get where you're coming from, yeah.
Which is definitely understandable.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just have to reassure him, like, you know, this is your cousin, bro. You're my man. So I'm not going to sit here and disrespect her. That's crazy. You're family to me, so I'm not going to, you know. And
Yeah.
after a while, he simmered down, and now he's cool with it. Of course,
But
he has to be now.
He found out because we were going on a date.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
very first date.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
And
we
they were
wasn't
with
saying
each other
nothing.
that day. And so he was at, go ahead, you tell it. You was in the car.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I didn't tell him. We were quiet about it for like a nice couple weeks, right? And we're going to go out. I'm driving around with him. I'm about to drop him off. We just came from the gym, I think. And I'm dropping him off. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to see you later. I got to go run some errands. He's like, what you doing? We out. Nah, bro, I got to do this by myself. He's like, come on, bro, let's go. Like, you acting like you got a date or something. I'm like, I do, bro. I do. That's all I'm trying to leave. He was like, oh, shit, you got a date? Who is it with? Like,
Oh, damn.
Right.
I was like, your cousin, bro. I'm sorry. And he was just, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think I still got a video on my phone of him spazzing.
yeah. But backing up, obviously, I found his Facebook, I found his Instagram. You know, you gotta do that.
Yeah.
But you gotta
get the Carfax,
you
like
got
you said.
right, like, cause I want to
exactly
see
how
who
you
I'm
do
dealing
it.
with, like what pictures we still got on Facebook, like who we was dealing with,
Exactly.
right? It's there. So I found all his socials. So I told my cousin to give him my number. He didn't do it. So I'm like, okay, if you didn't do it, I'm gonna do it myself. So I decided to pick, you know, people use Instagram, and even back then, they use Instagram way more than Facebook. So I hit him up on Facebook. Oh, it was the barbecue. My graduation barbecue. I invited
That
y'all
was
to.
first. That was first.
That was first. And I told my cousin to bring him. He came, whatever. That was really brief because they left for work. And then so I decided, shout out to my mom, because my mom actually did help me with writing him too, because I was like, Mom, what should I say, whatever. So I hit him up on Instagram, and I was just like, oh, thanks for coming to my whack barbecue, right? And then so he was like, nah, it wasn't whack, it was cool. Thanks for inviting me, yada, yada.
No, that's not what she said. She said,
What did I say?
thanks for coming to my whack-ass barbecue. It was nice seeing your face again. That's what she said.
But too, okay.
That's what she said. That's how she did it. Because when she said that, at that point, it was like
I'm gonna sip
I
some
did say
tea.
that.
I'm like you was like, I'll take the curse out for my friend. It's
yeah, I
worth
was
it.
like, you know what, bro? I'm sorry.
I did say that. I forgot. I did say that. So after that, and then right when you was like, it's cool, whatever, it wasn't whack. I was like, so when we seeing each other again?
Oh,
Straight like that. What's
Just
up?
like that.
see, ladies, shoot your shot. You
Shoot
see,
your
this is
shot.
what
Shoot your
happens. Shoot your
shot.
shot.
Just shoot it.
Shoot your shot. You might find your husband. Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot.
Yeah. So then fast forward to that is when we had the actual date. We went to Cross County.
First thing, I mean, Cross County, bro. Let's go to the movie. We got to Cross. 55 bucks. You on the way?
Exactly.
55 bucks, bro. Before we get to the next topic, because I did want to talk about what you said. I don't understand why a lot of people have an issue with family members talking to I guess one of your mans talking to your family member or vice versa. I tell people all the time, shout out my sister. Anyone that wants to talk to her, I'll be like, yo, not for nothing. Go ahead, shoot your shot. Cause she chew niggas up like sharks, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll be like, bro, all right, go ahead, do your thing. I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Yup.
Cause when she violates you, don't come to me, bro.
Yeah.
Don't come to me. But also, as your man, you should just know, yo, if you want to talk to my sister, obviously I'm never gonna. Don't treat somebody's family member like that's an eater, bro. Like,
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
if you gonna run down on my family member, bro, that better be like a wife in your brain. Other than that, if that's not the standard for my sister or cousin or whatever,
Don't
the case
even
is,
do it.
leave her alone, bro.
Leave
But
her alone.
I guess
Leave it
I look
alone.
at it from a standpoint of if they start beefing, now I got to be in the middle and I got to make a choice and a decision. That's where I think most people come from, where it's like I don't want to be in.
But that's why I'll easily just say that's your relationship, not mine.
Yeah.
It's
Keep
easier
me out
said
of
than
it.
done. If your friend violates your sister, you're gonna be in your feelings.
But that's why it's like keep it respectful.
yeah.
And that doesn't only go because that's my cousin. That's in general. Like you shouldn't be talking to anybody like this.
I think it could get
ice your
real
body.
messy. Like,
Yeah.
it could get real messy
Depending on
because
who you dealing with. Yeah.
if I was to do something, you was to get very upset. Like, and obviously you're not gonna go to my cousin and start talking crap about me. You're gonna go to somebody else, and it's like, what are you going to that person talking crap about my cousin for? Yada yada. That could get messy because
That's
now
true.
like you going to other people talking about me. I'm his cousin. Now it's a problem. You know what I mean? And vice versa.
And for example, I could speak from experience how messy that can get with friendships, dating with family members. Like, for example, a friend of mine and I, we were friends for years, and she started dating my brother. And me and my brother got into it for sibling shit. Then she stops talking to me because she's on my brother's side,
Right.
and we were friends first. And now my brother and I mean, we don't talk still, but it's like, if my brother and I end up at some point talking again, it's like, where are you going to stand in our relationship because you involved yourself?
Now you're sitting there looking stupid.
Exactly.
and-
So I think
chose a
I
side.
definitely, going forward, I never will allow a
Yeah.
friend to deal with anybody in my family if it's up to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
I see it.
Definitely very understandable, but I wasn't trying to hear nothing. I didn't care.
I mean, it worked out for y'all, which is good.
It did.
I feel like you have so many questions right now. I'm looking at this topic list, and I low-key don't even want to stay on it because we just had a conversation about a previous podcast ago. We had so much topic. You talked about marriage, premarital counseling. I kind of want to ask a nice, healthy relationship people here. So I want to start with this, right? Before I get to the shit.
Definitely bring it up to them because I
Yeah, that's
definitely
what
want to
I'm
get their
saying,
feedback because y'all was coming at me that episode.
So we had an argument. I told her that I don't believe in premarital counseling. Well, might be just strictly with her because she's just the type of woman that she likes third parties involved in whatever she got going on in
Okay, can I explain who I am? Because you be throwing that on me.
life. Go ahead.
I just believe in preventative care. I am not a person that waits till I have a cough to go to the doctor.
Okay.
I get checked out every year for every single thing. I go to the dentist, eye doctor, I go get all of that I do.
Yes.
So I treat my life like that, like such. So I treat therapy the same. Like, I'm gonna get myself checked up. So if I'm gonna get married, I want to make sure I do preventative care. Make sure that this is the right person for me. Make sure we have, things that we can use in our marriage to make sure we end up lasting forever.
Yeah.
That's why I want to do all of that.
So the
It's
argument,
not third parties. It's just preventative
the
care.
argument I brought to her is basically I guess we are going to use them. The red flag I put on her, I said, I felt like you're giving your partner an ultimatum because she said, if we do not do premarital care, I am not marrying you. So I said, how is that fair to your partner?
But I also then responded by saying that in the beginning, while dating someone in the dating phase, I asked them, "Are you open to premarital counseling if we do get to that point at a point in our relationship?" If the person says no, I don't continue the relationship because you and I aren't on the same page to start. The person that's for me will respect what I want for myself and want to do the same. So how is that a red flag?
I just still feel like no matter how you're packaging it, it's still ideally saying that, yeah, I'm not going to be with you if you don't do this. So it feels like the guy kind of doesn't have an option. I mean, he has an option to walk away, which in that case, I guess you guys are, comfortable with separating. But that was just my only thing. I was like, it's an ultimatum at the end of the day. And I think in that episode fake wasn't.
I didn't think it was an ultimatum because it's not like I bring it up in the middle of a relationship. It's not like I'm with somebody and then a few years down the line I bring it up like, hey, by the way, you believe in premarital counseling? Because if you don't, I'm leaving. That's not what I'm saying. Because I bring it up in the beginning as soon as I'm in the state. Like I know I like somebody and I'm talking to them and I'm like, are you open to this? If they say no, then I already know what direction I'm going in. I don't want to continue this.
And
so
also,
that's why
too,
feel like
I
it's
think it was the
ultimatum.
reasoning because I don't remember the episode entirely, but I'm like, if your partner at the time, say your boyfriend or fiance, had a bad experience with maybe premarital counseling or any form of counseling, maybe that's why they don't want to do it. Is it still a no for you? Like, is it still like, can you respect that might be his reason? Or are you just like, well, if you still don't want to do it, then we just can't be a thing? It's a question.
Oh. Yeah, that's just for me. No, it's for me. It's important. So it
So that's why
matters to me.
I bring it to you
So
guys.
what do y'all think?
We'll start off with Mocha, I guess. Would you like to do premarital counseling when you guys get married? You heard us at when? Because we're manifesting that for y'all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right?
Like I've never thought about that. But I mean, I would be open to it if it's something that could definitely benefit us and our marriage. Why not? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's therapy. If it could help you, do it. No, we haven't been married before. We don't know what to expect. We don't know. A lot of people, when you talk to married people, they say after marriage, it get hard. If that's your person and that's who you want to be with, like, that's something, I mean, I would need to, I didn't know nothing about it, right? So if you did your research and that's what you want to do, you educated yourself on that, good. Then, if somebody was to bring that to you, I think you should just look up on it and educate yourself on the benefits of that before saying no. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if
That's
someone
fair.
feels so strongly about it, like it's either we do this or I'm not getting married, it's like, all right.
That's serious.
It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
what
That's
the
like,
fuck is this?
you serious.
That's why I
So y'all
it
feel like
kinda
I
goes-
sound overbearing by even saying that, like making it all like
Giving
like you
an
said,
ultimatum?
I feel like it's not an ultimatum. It's like more of a preference. I feel like it's more of a preference because it's like, hey, I like you this much. If we do eventually want to do this, do you mind, talking to a therapist about this stuff?
And that's why I reserve myself because I'm not going to put any pushback towards your standard. Because that's ideally a standard at that point, right?
Yeah.
She's like, I want this, and if you can't set this, then set to that standard, then obviously we're not going to be a thing. But I personally, this could be my toxic trait. I don't like feeling like you're putting a gun to my head. Like that's how I feel kind of attacked by that. Like don't tell me if we don't do this, you're just gonna dun me. Because now it's just like in the future, even if it's not this premarital thing, anything else you could say like, well, if it doesn't go my way, I'm leaving. Like if you feel that way about things, or if you convey messages like that, then I wouldn't want to be with a person like that. Like it should be a reason. Like if I give you a valid reason as to maybe I wouldn't want to do premarital counseling, is that going to be considered? Or you're just straight on, if we're not doing it, I'm breaking up with you and finding another nigga.
No.
But it's not like
Yeah.
I'm saying, I feel like the things I have an ultimatum, well, you should say an ultimatum on is things that can benefit the relationship and be healthy for the relationship. It's not like I'm saying do something or else. It's something that can benefit.
To cut them off, though, I think is harsh. Say like to dedicate. Look, say if like in your like talking stage, he was like, yeah, that's cool, but later on his mind is gonna change. And he said, and then when that time comes, you're like, okay, hey babe, let's do this. I found this, therapist or whatever. And he's like, I don't really want to do that. I don't feel comfortable.
I won't move forward with the marriage without doing premarital counseling. I refuse.
So that's really
and that
like
comes from me having a lot of, like, I have a lot of friends around me that are young and married. And all of them advise me, go to premarital counseling. Like, there's some that did it, there's some that don't. But both have said, go to premarital counseling is important. Because you don't know what can happen in the first year of your marriage. Sometimes the first year is hard.
Yeah.
So they feel like it's preventative care. Just make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. And you have, tools to help yourself through certain things that happen.
Yeah.
So that's why for me it's so strongly. Because I'm going to listen to people that's doing it. And that's the advice they gave me. I'm going to listen to their advice.
Yeah.
So that's why
I totally
I'm so
get
strong
that,
on
though.
it.
That's fire, premarital counseling. That's
I
fire.
never thought about that.
Yeah, me neither.
Sometimes you just gotta play devil's advocate on the podcast. Doesn't mean I'm against it,
But he's
just
right. And
offering pushback.
No.
he's right when it comes on to me. Like I'm so like I dissect everything. Like I put myself in parenting classes. Like I just feel like I want to be the best I can be in every aspect of my life. So that means for me, I just always want to find a way to be better. So if that means, like you said, bringing third parties in to help me, I'm gonna do it. So that's why I'm so strong on it.
So talking about that too, once again, another conversation we had, I'm gonna ask to you guys. You guys being in a healthy relationship, do you involve friends and family? Yes or no?
Hell no.
And why? Is it
like,
for both?
You're a red flag.
Friends and family you don't involve?
yeah, no.
why?
Like, okay.
what's the situation?
Any situation, like I don't know, y'all get in an argument, do y'all?
How no?
So let me put it down with a premise, right? So
Thank
we
you.
basically said last podcast we was speaking on if you guys get in an argument, right? Things get heated. All right, you might take a day, and then you revisit it the next day. You guys have the argument, you guys still not getting nowhere. What is the third step in a relationship? Yeah, what does this third step look like for you guys? I feel like most relationships, if you guys had the argument, you try to amend it, you came back, you still hit a brick wall. Now do you outsource, or do you guys try a third time to maybe amend it amongst yourselves?
Me, I'm gonna try a third time, but before that third time, me personally, I'll speak to my therapist first to see if I'm wrong. Like, am I bugging out, or I'll talk to somebody else? I'm like, am I tweaking? And not
who's that
really,
somebody else?
Not really bring the situation to life. Like, say, hey, this is what's going on with me and my girlfriend, but be like, hey, this is how I've been thinking about something. Am I kind of bugging for that? Only give my side in a way, so I'm not exposing our problem or exposing her side of the story, because she has her own way of feeling for things.
But I feel like doing that could be dangerous because the person could be being biased to just hearing your side and not hearing hers.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
But-
And the thing about that though, you have, your friend,
Yeah,
right? He's a guy.
yeah.
If you talk to another male, that's why, no disrespect, he gonna know who we talking about, but it's like, I'm not, like, when you talk to him and say if he give you whatever advice or whatever, say if you come back to me, I don't want to hear it. Like, honestly, it's not, I don't care what they have. It's me and you, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, well, I talked to him and he said that, so? And he said, I'm right. So this is me and you. We have to communicate and work that out. Regardless of what he got going on. Everybody's relationship is different. Like, you know what I mean? I think we have a great communication skill. We haven't really got to that part where it's that serious to really go to a step 3, you know what I mean? Like, we have that communication where we talk about it. And sometimes at the end of it, we agree to disagree. Like, we be like, all right, whatever. Like, I mean, and again, it don't even be that serious to be like, like we can't agree to disagree. You know what I mean? We don't have to always be on the same page. Just recently, we was not on the same page like at all, and we was like, you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not worth it.
it's not like it's nothing really to put a dent in our relationship. You know what I mean?
I feel like you just gotta pick and choose. I feel like I think arguments, we don't really do that. We more so just have discussions, really. We just talk things out a lot.
That's dope.
it.
Yeah.
Do you believe in the theory of you guys not going to sleep mad at each other?
Oh no, I'd be going to sleep.
I be trying to believe in that. I try my best to be like, I don't want to go sleep mad at her. And I'll be sweet and everything, and she be nasty as hell still.
Nasty
I'm just like, I'm like, damn, man.
I'm petty.
like,
I'm the type that if they say don't go to sleep angry, I ain't going to sleep for 24 hours then.
Oh.
I ain't going to sleep then. I'm mad all day.
she's not because of you.
No.
I've been aware.
Red Bulls. Like, I'm up all day then if I can't go to sleep mad.
Sometimes, like, I think it's best, like, with my attitude and with his, like, I think sometimes it's just best to sleep on it.
Yeah.
Because when we get mad, we get mad. And then it's like, let's just, like, separate. I'd rather go to sleep, like, and we'll probably talk about it the next day, which it will come up. And then later on, it helps because then he's like, we're both in a clear mind. We're not saying nothing rude or disrespectful. Like, sometimes it's just really better to sleep on that.
You know what's funny? Speaking of arguments, I think I seen something on Instagram where they said a trick to help a couple get through an argument is to argue naked. It sounds crazy, but listen, it's like, think about it. You could be mad, but how mad you gonna be if you and a person just sitting in a room naked?
But
like, you're gonna laugh. It's like you're gonna start laughing.
Get to it. Listen.
Not to say get naked and be sexual. I'm saying like just be like in a state of like humiliation where it's like y'all both naked. It's like, what you gonna say? Like you're gonna end up making a joke about it. Like, yo, we dead ass naked. Like you're gonna get over whatever it is quicker because y'all both
But is
are
that
just
gonna resolve
in a
the
vulnerable
problem
state.
if we keep joking and laughing? Later on, it's probably gonna come up next week because we ain't even speak about it.
No, but the point is to speak about it. But just it's just I don't know. That's just
I don't
what I
even
see.
think it's gonna happen.
I never tried it.
I kind of
I never tried it.
Kind of like make it a little bit more playful rather than serious. Because if y'all naked, then it's gonna be something that's like, what are we arguing about anyway? Type shit.
Exactly. Like if it's not, I'm not saying use a real serious discussion
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah.
that, but something that's like the moment you said where y'all couldn't agree. If y'all would have had that discussion naked, it would have probably been funny and like,
Yeah.
whatever. Like I probably would have got over it quicker
Yeah.
or whatever the case may
Yeah.
be. So I get it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever tried to shrug off any issues before? Like, I've used the example before that some people in relationships, they believe like they'll get into a really bad argument, they'll wake up the next day, have sex, and try to act like they didn't have a fight the day before.
It can't happen.
Like, are you guys able to even proceed with your next day knowing there's issues lingering? Or
No.
like you
'Cause
said,
I
top
will-
of the morning, I'm on your ass again. You know?
No.
Let me, you know what I mean?
No.
Yup, top of the morning, I'm on that ass.
Yeah. No,
Good
seriously.
morning.
No, seriously.
What's up? What happened?
Seriously. Just recently, I feel like we got into it the night before.
Oh, yeah.
We slept on it. And in the morning, I could not be back to normal. We didn't talk that whole day.
I wasn't back to normal either. It was like, good morning.
Yeah. No
At least y'all still
emoji.
have respect and manners. Just say good
emoji.
morning.
I sent an emoji.
He did send an emoji. I didn't send one
tried
back.
a little bit. She ain't send an emoji. I ain't want to talk no more.
It said good morning. She gonna say GM.
You know what?
No
Have a nice
emoji.
day. I'm on
No,
work.
I can't do that because I'm really gonna have an attitude the whole day.
So, real fast, I don't know if this is on top of the list. What are y'all thoughts on when you're angry with your partner, ignoring your partner?
Ignoring?
I don't like
Because I
ignoring.
find it, like, my opinion on that is I feel like that's a manipulation tactic.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're making your partner uncomfortable. Because
Yeah.
it's like, you're not talking to me. What did I do wrong? Like,
Yeah.
I don't like it. What is y'all opinions on it?
Yeah, I don't like it either. I don't like the ignoring. Like, I'd rather get that communication before we stop. Like, that day we didn't really speak. It was like, I spoke to you the morning of, and it's like, I need my time. Like, we both understand we need the time. Let me be with me right now. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do none of that. So it's like, again, communication. It may sound like, oh, everybody says that. It's real. Communication
everybody's
is
saying it,
key.
it's true.
No, yes.
We have to listen.
It's
Like,
real.
communication is
It
important.
It
Communication
really,
is real.
really
And I didn't
is.
have none, baby. Let me tell you. I didn't have none when I met him. Like, in my house, it's pretty much a we gonna get over it type of thing.
What's your background, real quick? Ethnicity.
I'm Black American. So we pretty much going, sweep it under maybe. And we gonna get over it the next day maybe, you know what I mean? But with him, he was on something though. You gonna talk. Like, you gonna talk. And I was like, I was so uncomfortable. I did not want to it took me so long, y'all. But again, he was patient. But it took me so long to even get to that point. Like, even to the point trying to tell him I love him. Child, that was not coming out my mouth.
She couldn't say it out loud for a long time.
No.
Like, she could text it, but her saying it, it was
It was
pulling teeth.
clingy.
And it's because it was just,
not cringy.
Yeah.
It was cringy to me. Like, expressing my feelings and
her touching my shoulders, like right now. Like.
yeah. I was really like in a shell.
But they say the
much.
person for you, they kind of are like a mirror. Like, all the things you don't like about yourself, they're going to bring it to the front. And you're
Yeah.
going to have to work on that.
Opposites
So,
attract.
yeah.
Yes, it does.
But at least y'all stuck
For
it out.
sure.
And he was patient
like-
with you. And you eventually got there.
Listen, I give him my props. He was patient with me for so much things. Like I said, I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to touch him. No, not like that. Like, like the cuddling. Like, I'm not that much of a hugger. Like, I don't want to hug, even with my friends. Even when my brother was on the phone with his friend the other day, he was like, all right, bye, I love you. I'm like, I don't even tell my friends that. We be friends for more than 10 years. Like, I love you was crazy. Like, they know that, but I love you was crazy a little bit. So it's like, and he's the total opposite, y'all. Like, he wanna hug, he wanna kiss,
Yeah.
he wanna do this, he wanna do that.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just like, yo, bro, I love you too, but chill out.
So wait, bro, let me ask you this then. In the span of getting to know that, then hearing her say all of that, did you take any of that as red flags when you met her? Or did you feel like it's something that could work?
At first,
you
I
could work
definitely
on?
did. I was looking for a reason. I was like, she don't want to touch me. She don't want to. What the fuck? There's somebody else. I was looking for a reason. I'm not gonna lie. I was in that phone. I was trying to find something.
And my
but it
phone
was
is crazy. That's T.
I was trying to find something until like some of the. I guess when I didn't see anything and I realized like, no, this girl literally just. She's kind of shy, or she's just in a shell. She doesn't know how to express herself. I was like, okay. So I'm sorry for looking through your phone.
That's T. That's T. No, he know I go through. I go through the phone,
Go
baby.
through that phone.
Yeah, that's something that like. It's funny because that's a big topic too. Like going through phones.
I don't go through phones. I think it's an invasion of privacy.
I feel
I've
like
done it and I'm not proud of it either, but
I'm very proud. I feel like
Very proud is crazy.
Girl, we gotta see. We ain't know we gonna need these flags for you, girl.
No,
The flags for you now. Let me tell you.
Sorry, baby. Sorry, baby.
listen. Let me tell you, right? In the beginning of us, it was very new. We damn near spent every single day with each other, like every day. So it was to the point where like I know he might as well love me at this point. Like he always picking me up every day. He bringing me food. He doing this. He doing that. He bring me on dates. You like me for real. So if I go through your phone and I see something, what are we doing? Because you're not finna be in my face, buying me food, taking me here, taking me to your crib, coming to my house, talking to my mom. If you want to talk to somebody else, we can stop right here and we can go.
I will say you do sound a little crazy. And the reason I'm saying this is because you literally said we were together every single day. He did this, he did that. So where did he have the time to even talk to? Oh, see,
I
I'm trying to
sound like the pick me though, but I ain't gonna lie, you'd be surprised.
Let me say this. Even if he was, why not just be happy with the fact that he is in your space right now? Like, not to say like it's okay for him. No, it's not settling. What I'm saying is, for me, I feel like if a man is giving me the time and attention and all the things I desire and want, I don't care about the other bitches. They're gonna eventually fall off. Like, I'm here. I'm in the space. So
you can give me the time and attention, but I need the respect. Because if you post me, I'm not finna look stupid. Because these girls that you're talking to is on Instagram. And just like they behind the phone and they see me on your story or whatever, it's a ha-ha kiki. He was just in my inbox. We're not doing that.
Yeah, but
it's
it can only go so far with that because they could ha-ha kiki. He's in my inbox, but he's in my guts. So who's
I don't
winning?
care about that.
Who's winning?
I do not care about that because we gonna get the real. That's why I was going through that phone because he's only gonna tell me so much. So if you're not gonna tell me, I'm gonna find it. We're gonna talk about it and it's dead. And if you do it again, it's really a problem because I already told you how I felt. So why are you doing it again?
This
you know what I mean?
But I think when women, I feel like when it comes down, no, I don't agree with that because I feel like when women go in phones or when men go in phones, unless you have full intention on walking away when you see what you're looking for, what's the point of bringing it up? Because if anything, you're just giving the person ammo to do it to be more sneaky.
I agree with that as well.
That's it. I think that depends on the person, and that's true. But like I said, this was in the very beginning. We don't know each other. He don't know me. I don't know him like that, right? So it's like I don't know what he's okay with. He don't know what I'm okay with. And again, he's a man, so I get. He's only gonna tell me so much, you know. If he comment on a girl picture or swipe up on a story or heart a story, he's probably gonna, if I see it and he mentioned it, oh, you know, I'm just trying to be friendly and, you know, that's my friend.
So for you, it's a boundary thing.
Right.
You were just setting the standard and boundary from the beginning.
Perfect. It definitely is. And I was 17 or 8. I was probably 18. I had a birthday.
Yeah.
We're going to give you grace because you were young. But I feel like women that are in an older age group, I think as we mature, we look at it differently.
Okay.
Like, I guess for me now as a grown woman dating, I'm not going to go in a man's phone unless I have
maybe that's it too, because we were
young.
hella
You were
young.
young.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, I felt like if I had to go see it, and what you think is okay, I don't think it's okay, so don't do it
What
again.
provoked it though? Like, did you see a name come across his phone, or you just strictly said, "Nah, I gotta go"?
It was so random because
It could have been it could have been like a sabotaging thing for you back then. Like you probably didn't know it.
And what password you had that she got in there so fast?
Man, y'all are so simple with y'all passwords.
At that
Maybe y'all
time, I
mama
don't
birthday
know.
or something
At that
simple.
time, it was probably my birthday.
I don't even remember either, but I just know, like at that day, he had my phone to be on FaceTime with my cousin, the one that we know. And so while he's on FaceTime, I had his, you on my phone, so I'm taking your phone, probably scroll or something, you know? So that's probably what was happening. Okay. Like I was just scrolling on Instagram, so I just swiped over to the left and I, started going through it, and then I was like, hold on, like.
So then you technically didn't go through it. You kind of just was in the phone and then you...
And I swiped through it and I started
Like, it's not like you grabbed his phone randomly and went through the phone. That's different. You was just
locked yourself in the bathroom.
That day I was like, okay, let me just go over here a little bit. But every day after that, I was grabbing that phone for a reason.
Okay, then that's different,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you were young, yeah, because I used to be like that when I was younger. I was up in that phone. Heavy.
It's
but my
so
foolish
funny.
ass would go in the phone, cry myself a river, and still stay. And that was my issue.
Don't go looking at my phone and then start sliding down the wall like an R&B video when you see something you don't want to see. No one told you go look at my phone.
Crying in the rain, phone in your hand.
But the way I think now, like if I feel like the urge to want to go on your phone, then I'm gonna urge my way out the door because I already feel it in my spirit, and my spirit don't lie to me. So I'm gonna just exit stage left.
Yeah. That's funny.
My gut feeling, if I feel like you doing it, I'll shoot like Steph Curry, bro. I know it's happening, bro.
Because you know your person,
bro.
so you probably had a little feeling inside of you, like something's a little off.
Somebody told me to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody
Intuition.
told me to
See,
do
but
it, and I
you
did it.
probably also knew that your man was him. And I love that for you, all right?
But I bet you he learned.
Don't
He
you
learned.
treat him like a
You
lame.
learned.
You
bet you he learned.
He found out that day,
He
though.
fucked around and found out.
I found out that day.
No.
You got one more time, and it's up.
All right. Since you guys been in a relationship for a little while now, what gives you faith in relationships, especially in this climate nowadays? I feel like you guys obviously checked out a little early, put your jerseys on the wall before it got really nasty out here.
Luckily,
Thank God y'all did when y'all did.
No, yeah.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
crazy.
It's crazy out here. Like I'm really, and it hurts me to even say that because I have friends, I have cousins, I have siblings. Like it's so hard, and I want everybody to be happy.
Yeah.
But I think obviously it's social media. Social media is so freaking toxic. Podcasts are toxic.
Black as go.
Yeah.
And it's like, and everybody, I don't think at this point, nobody has a mind of their own.
I feel like
and
sorry, babe, you go ahead.
nobody has a mind of their own, and they just listen and run with it instead. And then when you get that partner, I think everybody's communication is shot. They see one thing one way, and that's how it just spirals.
The problem is, oh, my fault. I cut
No,
you off.
no, go ahead.
No, I was saying the problem is, I feel like it's all about, the 50-50 or the 20-80, whatever it is.
And that comes from the social media.
And it comes from the social media and
podcasts.
everything. But if these people realize, like, man, we need each other. Like, men need women and women need men. It's not no
Yes.
50-50. It's not no 100-0. It's none of that. Like, we need each other to really be alive. So until they realize that, we fucked.
Yeah.
And everybody needs to understand that every relationship is different.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
some people do well with 50-50. Some people do well with 80-20. Like everybody has their own style in their relationship. And people are too
Exactly.
invested in everybody else's business. I think that's a part of the
true.
problem too.
That's a big part of the problem.
I completely agree. I have nothing to say.
Everybody turn to you like,
I completely agree. Like, say that shit all the time in terms of relationships, bro. Everybody's so focused on other people and what they doing. And my whole thing is this, right? They'd be like, well, if that were my man, I wouldn't do blah, blah, blah. Well, good thing that you're not dealing with that person. Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Well, if that was my girl, bro, would have been left. Well, good thing you're not the one fucking
Exactly.
are you, bro? The fuck?
and I
I'll do-
always say you don't know until you're in a situation how you're gonna handle it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that too. Relationships
That's
are not
true.
easy.
So
Oh, no, they're not.
just to pivot now to talk about it, since he was talking about it prior to the pod, because, I've had this conversation with so many bros, right? They say, if my girl cheat on me, I'm dead ass leaving her. No matter how much times he might have cheated on his girl, he'll be like, yo, I don't care. She shit on me one time. She's grits, bro. So now I bring up the topic of Cardi B and Offset. Now, by the time I see this episode, it's probably like a month since this happened. But it's probably still going to be relevant that day because it's just a big topic in general. Men feel like they could cheat every chance they get, and the one time their woman gets their lick back, they're sliding down the wall like an R&B video. So I'm going to kick it off to Patty. Give me your take. Give me your thoughts on that, et cetera, et cetera.
I mean, for me, cheating is a no-no. I don't accept it. I don't care how much you cry. I don't care how much of a mistake it was. I don't tolerate cheating. I don't cheat. You don't cheat. Let's keep it at that. And I feel like, people are judging Cardi B for staying, but at the end of the day, she's married. Marriage is a different playing field. Like when you boyfriend, girlfriend, you could walk away easily. In a marriage, when you set vows,
With kids,
better or worse, richer or poorer, that means worse. And unfortunately, cheating comes with worse. So with that being said, I feel like Cardi B was trying to fight for her marriage, trying to, keep a family together for her kids. So she tried to give him grace and allow him to change, and he didn't. And I don't believe she cheated on him when she was pregnant. I feel like she said it just to get under his skin, and it worked.
And did.
And
and did.
if she did get her lick back, I don't agree with it because she could have just walked away. I don't agree with even though I say bun for bun, but I'm saying it from if I'm a girlfriend. But as a wife, I'm not about to give bun for bun in a marriage. I'm gonna just leave my marriage. You cheat on me, that's it. Because you broke your vows when you did that to me. But I understand both sides.
But were they together when she was pregnant?
They were still married. He's still legally married.
Yeah.
So even if they're in separate homes, you're still legally married. Dotted line signed. So yeah, technically, yeah.
I don't know.
But I think that what messed up their marriage too was that it was the internet. I feel like if the internet wasn't so involved in their marriage, they could have handled that stuff behind the scenes. But because people are judging her and people are knowing all the things that he's doing and the women are coming out saying he's cheating with them is why the relationship blew up the way it did. Because like
Too much involved.
yeah, I said before on like a couple pods ago, I said like if I get married and me and my husband are together for however many years, after 20 years, he's like, I'd rather me and my husband have a conversation. If you want to dip out, I'll make him the girl sign an NDA. Do what you're gonna do.
Give a whole pass. That's what we framed it.
A whole pass, basically. That's how I would handle it, because I prefer that than the embarrassment of my husband going out there cheating on me, it becoming public, and then it's a whole big thing. If you're gonna do your thing, do your thing. It's not that deep for me. After 20 years. Just make the bitch sign an NDA so I don't gotta hear about it. And don't bring me back nothing and don't bring a baby.
After 20 years, it's tough.
Would you give your partner a hall pass?
Crazy. No. No. Nope. You better wait till this is done if you really want to do what you want to do. Well,
Wait till this is done. What the?
what's your goal? Shut up. If we were married and in their shoes, you know what I mean? Like, don't. God. But it's like if he was doing it when they was together for real, he is not gonna care if y'all separated or not. Like he is gonna do what the hell he want to do.
I think women need to stop marrying. I think people put marriage and that's a band-aid for them. Like, if we get married, he's gonna stop. He's gonna keep doing it. Like, why do you think a ring is gonna stop from cheating on you, or a baby's gonna stop from cheating on you? It's gonna just make it worse, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Loki gave him a reward to cheat on you.
Or sometimes men,
bro.
for example, when I was with my kid's father, when he seen that I was at my wit's end, and the last second, he was like, my mom is who like stopped it before it happened. My mom was like, this boy talking about going to look for rings. Now, before I go down to this place to look at rings, what you gonna do? I said, tell him don't waste his time, because I'm not gonna marry him. But sometimes that's what men do to like, if I marry her, she'll stay, and then I could do what I want. And because she's married, she's gonna just hold on to the marriage. Nah.
Yeah, I said it off prior to the pod starting. We was having this conversation. In regards to Offset situation, yeah, I feel like Cardi, every single time a woman takes a man back, and it goes both ways, because men do be taking women back that be cheating. They just don't be saying it out loud.
They don't say nothing.
They don't say nothing out loud. That'd be the difference with men. But every single time Cardi took Offset back, he literally just feels like he keep playing your face over and over again. And that goes for a slew of men out here. The minute you take a man back for the first time he cheats, he's always gonna feel like, oh yeah, she's gonna take me back. He gonna keep doing it. He did it like several times. Like,
and he had no respect too.
I do believe that a one and done might happen, but you can still live a prosperous relationship. He might have cheated one time and he'll never cheat again for the rest of his life. But him? Nah, bro. He was going crazy, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, call me a simp. If I'm coming home to Cardi, you're wilding.
But that's why I say that. That's why I guess that's why for me, I think of the hall pass option, because if it's really that deep for you and you're gonna do it behind my back and then possibly embarrass me, at least I can kind of get ahead of it. I guess I have an issue with control, so I feel like that's me controlling the situation. If I feel like you
need to be infatuated with your partner. That's why I'm like, it shouldn't even cross your mind. Like the minute I'm even on that type of timing where I'm like, I feel like getting Nikki, it should only be your wife in your brain.
Yes.
If you have any other person in your mind, I don't feel like your wife is your wife, bro. Gangster. Like that should be the only person that's in my brain. And I'm like, I'll try to get to the shits right now.
I always say that. If
baby, where you at?
If you're really into your person, it's real when they say nobody's around. Like it's just
tunnel vision.
You and your person. Like that's why I don't believe in. Oh my God, I used to hate when they used to talk about when you talk about the music. And when the girls, Temptation.
Oh, Temptation.
Do not bring that up to me, because that it gets me so. There's no such thing.
What do you mean? Like elaborate. What do you mean? There's no such thing as temptation.
Like
he's an artist, and if he gets a bunch of groupies, is there going to be some type of temptation? Correct?
Yeah.
I believe he's a man at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna be. It's gonna. Of course, he respects you, and he's not gonna step out. But he's gonna see beautiful women. He's gonna look. Like naturally, as a man, he's a heterosexual man.
Right.
If he sees a beautiful woman, he's gonna look at her. He may have a fantasy in his mind for a second. It's just a matter of him having respect.
So you get mad if he signs some titties?
That's wild. Come on now. Come on now.
What you mean? They be asking for that.
It's wild.
If she sounds somebody,
that's wild.
Okay, so if she sounds a man's pecs, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as y'all have an understanding.
I don't know, but pecs ain't the same as titties. I mean, like.
What if it's just up here? It's not even like she took it out. It's just, I mean, a quick little.
But I feel like when you give a female an inch, she'll take a mile. So he may have just seen it as an innocent, I'm signing her titty, and she's on Snapchat like,
What about
he
his,
gave me his number 2, and then
what
she's
about
gonna
his
add on
V
to
area?
that.
So we could correlate her breast top with his V area.
Waistline.
So he's gonna be like, "Hey, baby, can you?"
No,
Yeah,
no, honey,
waistline.
no, not there. Right here, his V area.
He's gonna lift his shirt
right
and say,
on-
"Can you sign this?"
Right there,
You just gonna sound like that?
right there.
You just gonna sound like that?
Oh, I gotta hold it and go
Oh,
like
no,
this.
no. Why you gotta touch me?
Well, then see, that's
Why
fair
you
what she
gotta touch
said.
it?
I ain't
Yeah.
have to touch no titties. Here you go.
Your hand may accidentally brush against the titty when you sign
And then as you're doing this, it's jiggling, boo. We're not doing that.
But I
You
feel
know, I
like,
ain't think about that. You know,
like
I
for
ain't never
exa-
signed titties
like we could even
before.
bring Usher.
That's what it is. Boundaries.
I understand Usher's an artist, but Usher with the cherries.
Oh, that's OD. He's OD.
And with DDG, you saw that?
yes.
Over Halle?
Yeah.
Honey, DDG,
First
ate
off-
that up. Take it
First
away.
I'll
off,
say
I
this
don't
on
know how
camera.
DDG ain't pop on Usher.
Pop
Usher,
on him
you
is-
see, Usher deserved a
In front of
slap.
everybody?
Dead ass. I ain't taking my girl to no Usher concert.
Usher
Don't
deserved a
ask me.
slap
Don't ask
for
me.
that one, because he straight disrespected DDG
I
when
would
they
have
had
did
his face.
exactly
You think
what
he-
DDG did.
Nah, let me not do that.
Take the cherry. Here you go, baby.
See, I'm the type, I would have been like, punch him in his face. Like, punch him in his face. He's dead disrespecting
He knows what he's
like,
doing.
I
at
would
this
egg
point
that shit
now.
on. Like,
Usher
knock him
knows
out.
what
Dead knows what he's
Yeah.
doing,
I'm like,
bro.
knock him out, because he's really violating.
He's just he's breaking up homes.
Because if it was me, I don't care if I'm a celebrity. If him and I get up there and we become like celebrity status and an artist, and I'm with my man and the artist decides to shake her titties in my man's face, I'm popping on that celebrity. I'll take the charge. Not my man. So,
I'll take that charge. Damn.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
I don't cap, man. Long story short, just to get back to that topic, I also wanted to add the reason why it looks a little bit corny for when women want to get their lick back is because at the end of the day, if a man cheated on you, you had the option to walk away. So I get the whole lick back. You wanted to make him feel how I guess you felt, but at the end of the day, you had the option to leave. So every time you go back just to get back, ideally it's still not doing anything for your relationship because low key, he's still gonna keep doing him regardless. So now you got your lick back for what? To be at
But
square one?
you don't hear the saying, who don't hear will feel.
Of course.
Sometimes you have to feel.
Offset's still gonna be Offset. He's still gonna do Offset things.
I get it, but I be understanding when women want to get their lick back. Like, feel what the fuck I felt. Now I'm a dip off.
They were at the game together today, I think, or like the other day.
Like I said, social
But
media is
no, let's really break it down. Cardi B is a stripper from the Bronx. Like,
shout out the Bronx. Shout out.
why
Shooters.
do I'm not saying like, come on, like that's all I need to say. Like, why are we even really listening to? They're both ratchet. Like, I don't want to hear none of that.
Very true.
And my thing is, if he kept cheating, because I understand y'all had 2 kids and they just had that third. If he was cheating all this time, you let this man get you pregnant not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Yeah, she wilding for that.
Come on, bro.
You know-
this is what I be saying. You gotta hold accountability on both ends. And once again, probably gonna be the one that kills me. Oh my God, this is what you talking about. I'm just saying, bro. She had three kids by a man that's been cheating on her since day one.
She had 3
Where's-
kids by her husband. That was
where's-
cheating on her.
Right.
Like, where's the accountability, bro? That's all I just want to.
Where's the accountability on him?
There's plenty of accountability, but at the end of the day, you can only act off of what somebody did to you. If he cheated on you, walk away.
No, he needed to feel what she felt.
His accountability
I'm
can't.
on her side. She needed to give him bun, and he's lucky that she only did it the way she did it, which is once. So she say.
Hey, but now look.
I would have had him walk in the house. The kids would have been downstairs playing in the playpen, and he would have walked.
So let's talk about the
upstairs.
rumors now. The rumors I've seen that they're like they're trying.
I would have getting head like, yeah, nigga.
But the rumors is going around that they're trying to divorce and Offset's Loki trying to take her for all her bread as well. So now look at you.
Word?
Yes, at least I read it on Instagram. I don't know if it's true, but if
This
that
is
is
why
the case,
prenups
hypothetically
are
speaking.
important. Prenups are important. Get a
But
prenup.
remember when they got together, Offset was more lit than Cardi.
So what? But she should have got a prenup. She's stupid.
So that's all I'm saying, bro. She probably didn't think of it that way because she's probably never even seen her career surpassing him.
And if he is a narcissist like she says he is, because I don't know if she diagnosed him or if he was diagnosed, good luck with her, because having a child, having a family with a narcissist is the hardest thing to get out of. They make your life a living hell when you leave them. So good luck to Cardi with that. She needs prayer, all the Santa Maria and all them people them
Yes,
to
yes,
come
yes.
together and do their thing.
All right. Yeah, pivot real quick, man. I want to ask y'all about y'all lovely solo ventures before we dip on out of here. So, Mocha, we're going to start with you. I seen your cooking page, man. And when I got to your cooking page, it was already lit. Like 40K plus.
Yeah.
Like, so how fast did you get there? And, like, what made you start that?
Start Mocha?
Yes.
Okay, let's start there because she was random. Like, I would usually just cook at home and do like a little boomerang on my personal. And I used to get a lot of people like, girl, that look good. Like, you should do a video. You should do this. You should do that. So, at that time I didn't, I was like, okay. But I did cook a lot at home. Like, it was me, my grandma's getting older. So then it went over to me, and now me and my mom be cooking around the house. So then I was like, okay, like maybe I should make a video. But it was for fun. I had no intentions on blowing up. I didn't want a business. It never crossed my mind. I was just doing it for the fun of it. And that first little video that I had, which was like the chicken parm and the pasta, that was, I had so much fun, like just filming, editing, and doing that. So I just kept going, not to, for people to see, or it was really like for me. And then I realized, like, I'm like, damn, I'm posting all of this on my personal. I want to have my personal and then the videos on that side, because then people actually started asking for recipes. So I'm like, okay, let me just have Mocha have her own and Charlotte have her own. So then that's when I did Mocha's page. Maybe like 3 months into me actually,
just about.
Having my taking it off my personal. And then I just started going. I wasn't looking for nobody to look at it or anything like that. I was having fun. Then all of a sudden, the first video that blows up was the brown stew chicken video. Not your typical.
It wasn't the brown stew chicken.
Yes, it was.
It was the brown stew chicken? I thought it was the jerk chicken.
No. I did the brown stew chicken first. That blew up, and it wasn't so happy. Like, because the comments, you think you was getting it? Honey. And that's what, and I was like.
What were they saying?
That's not brown stew chicken. You don't make it like this. That's not Jamaican
I
style.
know how that is.
And like, it was really just Caribbeans, like all up in my comments, eating me up. Like, and I'm like, this is my very first time. So I'm like, damn, like, I thought people was liking me. Like, what is this? So, baby, I'm a Cancer. I'm sensitive. I cry almost every day. Not every day, but I cry a lot. But behind the tears is it comes with a fight, right? Right, and I find myself like a very, very strong-minded woman. So it's like, I was getting that, and I was looking at that like, yo, should I respond? Like, and I wanted to, like, it's so bad in me, I wanted to respond, but then I had people coming to my defense, and they was talking for me. People that I didn't even know was coming for me. So I'm like, okay, I kind of like this. It kind of gives me the thing that I don't have to talk back. Then my peoples was getting on them. So I'm like, all right, I really don't have to. But I'm so happy that didn't stop me or discourage me from making more videos, because then I kept going. Then 2 months later, a month later, I did the chicken, and I blew crazy. I blew up crazy. And that one was a good one. I had all good comments on that. That one is like over 1 million now. Wow. So it's like, I'm super, super blessed to even have the mind that I do, because that would just tear somebody down. Like, the way they was eating me up, if y'all want to, I don't care. Go in them comments, look at it. They was eating me up so bad, like real bad, to the point where my mom and dad and him was like, give me a phone. Like, and that's what happened too. There's always going to be people going crazy in the comments. Always. I promise it's not going to stop. Like, it's always going to be that group of people, to the point where I had one phone, my personal phone. I had to get a second phone, because picking up my phone every day, going to sleep, waking up, and seeing all of that, good or bad, was too much. Like, I felt like it then started to play with my mental. Like, rather if it was good or not, it was too much for me to see a day. Too many people talking, too many opinions. Like, so I was like, I need a second phone. And I got a second phone, and that phone has all Mocha's socials on there. If I want to see a comment, I go. Now, if I feel like I got to the place where if I post a video, I don't look at the comments. That's and if I do, if I feel like it, then it's like, I got time today. What's up?
Yeah.
And maybe I'll say something.
Okay.
But other than that, like, I let them talk, and they almost took the fun out of cooking for me, because cooking, let me tell y'all something. Cooking is not done one way, and it's no rule book.
Exactly.
That's the fun of it. Like, you do what you want to do. You got those seasons, I got those seasonings. I do it my way. What it look like if we all cook the same way? Where the flavor?
That jerk
food
chicken
gonna
was good.
taste
That
the
shit-
same.
that shit felt like
Stew
stone,
chicken
like-
is made. There's stew chicken the Spanish way. There's stew chicken from different Caribbean islands
Yes.
cook everything differently.
Yes.
So people got to understand that.
Yes.
Just so you know, people don't really know food because food is made so many different ways from
Yes.
so many different places.
Like, please don't have your grandma, and it be the grandmothers and it be the aunties, and to make it worse, it be the black people.
oh,
Stop, what's up? Like, y'all, and it was this one girl that had this whole spiritual thing on her page and had the audacity to come on mine and go off of me. I probably blocked now because I don't even see her page, but she went in on me so bad. So it was like, girl, you got all this spiritual shit on your page and you coming to me
With evil energy.
Evil
eye. She was the
energy.
evil
Are you
eye.
serious?
Straight from hell. Like,
I'm telling y'all, it be the
She was
girls
like,
that
if-
walk barefoot in the grass that be the most toxic bitches
That's
on
a
this
fact.
earth.
grounding and
That's
shit.
a fact.
She a Janae Eiko and she talk about crystals and the signs in the universe.
be
Stay away
devious.
from
that's
her,
a
bro.
fact. They
Stay
hide
away
behind
from
them
her, bro.
crystals. There's wickedness behind them crystals.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It was bad, like, and it was just like, to the point where, cause I would see something, I'd be like, yo, why they said, and I got to the point, I got the energy, and my family was like, girl, shut up, like, why you keep talking about? Then I'm like, I'm talking about this too much, and I don't want it to
It was
take over
spilling
my
over into
life,
your personal life.
right? And then so that's why I got a second phone too, because it was way too much. Like, I love and appreciate everybody that is for me and, you know, loves what I do and everything like that. But the ones that got something to say, please, I don't have the time. Like,
And
because
that annoys
it be
me.
your mother that can't really cook either. That's
The thing that
tea.
annoys me with that
Clock
too is
it.
like, you really took time out of your day to be miserable and comment
Yes.
under somebody's shit that's successful.
But
in what
can you
they're
do
doing.
it? Can you do it? Please. I would love to go toe to toe. Because I know it's good. Like, come on. It'd be crazy.
Also, Mr. Daddfrom9, man, I got two questions for you before we wrap it up. One, why the fuck you bought a blue check?
I bought a blue check. All right. all right. Yeah, because I got that question asked a couple of times. All right, so originally I bought the blue check because I was like, yo, you know, let me see, because, you know, it said, like, you get different features and this and that with the blue check. Let me see what's up. And that didn't really change. But then I started getting more notice from it. Like, I started getting more traction to my page and everything, literally just from the blue check. And I was going to take it down, like, that same month. But I got, like, I think in that same, I would say, like, 2-3 weeks, it was an extra 100 followers.
Oh wow.
Another 100 followers. Another 50. And I was like, man, everybody calling this blue check corny, man. This shit actually bringing me some, you know, some traction to my page. And sometimes I'm not doing anything on my page for a minute, but people were still coming to the page. I was still getting likes. I was still getting shares.
And your story views, too.
Yeah, and the story views went up, too.
So it's
Went up
benefits
crazy.
to the blue check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
In his case.
literally people just see the blue check and it's like, oh, this might be somebody.
Because there's a part on Instagram now, like in my banner at the top, they literally have just verified. So you can literally press that thing and it'll show all the verified people. So now if you bought yourself a blue check, you're probably in that banner. Someone fuck around and think you part of the famous crowd or whatever.
Exactly.
Buying blue checks.
Exactly.
Buying a blue check is crazy though, I ain't gonna lie to you.
How many followers do you have to automatically become a blue check?
I think it's just on your status. They say that you have to have like an article written about you, like published.
I've heard multiple things.
other
Like,
things.
way back when, they used to say you gotta hit 10K. That was the minimum. You had to have like a 10K following before you get a blue check. Because I remember I used to follow, I think it was Elijah the Boy. He's a rapper from New York. I used to follow him. And he was like at 250,000 with no blue check yet. Like he literally made a video on Instagram like, yo, Instagram, where's my blue check at, bro? Like, so I don't know. But I've seen people, but I think it more or less goes on engagement and followers as well. Because you got the followers, but if you don't have the engagement, they're not gonna give you that blue check. I don't even know how much they give it out now though, now that you could just pay for it. So I don't know now. But
Yeah.
but back then I think that's what it was. It was like a minimum like 10K and you have to have like a lot of engagement on your page.
No, I just do it for the engagement for real. That's it.
And also the rap name Daddfrom9, where did that come from?
So, you know, growing up, my dad and my mom, because I had my grandfather's name. So growing up, my mom and my dad would call me Daddy around the house. And one of my mans heard them calling me that, thought it was funny, brought it to school. So now everybody in school's like, Daddy, Daddy. And at first I was like, oh, come on, guys, chill. This is crazy. But then after a while, I just got used to it. And then I started getting older, and I was like, it's weird that all you men are calling me Daddy. Just switch it to Dad. That's a little bit easier. It's better for the ears. And from 9 to 914. My address had a 9 on it. Yeah, I just keep seeing the number 9. So I mean, like, it went well with the name, and it was different. It was something that I don't hear a lot of rappers using. I hear a lot of littles and bigs, and this was different.
Yeah, it's definitely unique.
What made you want to get into rapping?
To be honest, I didn't want to get into rapping. It was a hobby for me. I just found it fun. Me and my boys would just write sometimes, record here and there, until my man's Higgs, you know Higgs. Higgs was like, unfortunately. Higgs was like, man, you should really take this serious. Like, you actually pretty nice. Like, you should go somewhere with this. And I thought about it, and I started making songs, dropping them. I seen how it was, the traction, the love it was getting. And I was like, why don't we take this up a notch? And then that's when we did that. That's when CMA came through. Of course, I was introduced to Jordan and everything. And it just went crazy from there, really.
See, I'm not a hater. So there's one good thing I will say about that nigga Higgs, bro. For better or for worse, Higgs will put a battery in the nigga back.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Higgs will definitely encourage you to go do some shit. Like,
Higgs a dog,
you could be the
man.
fattest nigga in this world, and Higgs will be the type of nigga. I think you could backflip, bro. He's one of those
No,
niggas,
Higgs
bro.
and you will try and backflip. You probably break your neck, but
Higgs will definitely encourage you to do some shit. So
I want to have a last question for you. We spoke about it in the very beginning of the pod when I asked you about your actual name. And your name being Juan. I asked if you had a Hispanic background.
Oh, yeah. So the country I'm from in Africa is Equatorial Guinea, and the native language is Spanish. So Juan is my grandfather's name, and I have a couple cousins named Juan, but it's the only Spanish-speaking country in Africa, so yeah, a lot of people never heard
Exactly.
of it.
We're educated now.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I'm tired of people think it's funny when he'll introduce himself and they'll say, like, he had some ignorant people. That's our name. Why they named you that? You're not Spanish. You're black.
I get disrespected so much for having the name Juan.
Well,
all
good.
the
Now,
time.
if people are going to be educated that there's a
They
Spanish-speaking.
still
It
gonna be
gets me so
disrespectful.
sad.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, they not entirely wrong. No, I ain't gonna hold you. Certain names just belong to certain races, bro. Like, I wish you would be black name Jesus. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's a little crazy, bro. Like,
I got a cousin named Jose.
yo, I feel like that, bro. Like, I mean, that might be the ignorance of me. That's
No,
funny
you
as
good,
shit,
bro.
though. They said that's our name, bro.
You know what's crazy? I brought y'all food.
Did you really?
I did.
And I'm greedy.
But you got utensils?
I
take
Yo,
that
Ponch, you got
home, you know?
utensils? Ponch be eating peanut butter, so,
What'd
we
you
might have
bring
the damn
us?
right.
Stop hating, bro.
I definitely did mac and cheese. I did some string beans because I never make a meal without vegetables.
Okay.
I made cornbread, honey cornbread to be exact. And then I did some baked chicken. And I think that's it. But that was today's Sunday dinner
Ooh,
in
that's
my
a good
crib.
Sunday dinner, too.
Okay,
I can't wait to
see,
eat
this is
that.
why he's sticking around. No.
See, you got it. Like, you did shoot her shot and cook for your man.
That's why you been in the gym on Instagram every day.
I have to, 'cause I got fat, boy. I got fat.
Oh, it's like eating swell over there. But yo, listen, subscribe to the YouTube channel, all right? Hit the bell notification at the top so you don't miss any of our lovely drops. All right, follow us on TikTok, Instagram. It's your boy J Evs. Hattie J, Daddfrom9, Mocha, and we signing out.
And we're out.